Adage, or there's a saying that if you're hungry enough for something, you get that. And that was my case. I was hungry. People like me who personally wants to improve, wants to go from point A to point B, ones that are not comfortable at where they currently are. They know that there's something bigger for them out there and they want to go get it. This video is for you. Hello everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Glory and I am very pretty new to YouTube, but I'm gonna take it because I want to share tips on how you can improve. I'm a health scholar, a medical laboratory scientist, and right now I'm a GKS scholar, Global Korean Scholarship awardee 2024. I'm gonna do my master's in public health science. So today I have been getting lots of messages on about the scholarship that I use in coming to Korea, which is the Global Korean Scholarship, and I have been meaning to, share my experience, share my insights, and of course motivate you for people like me who personally wants to improve, wants to go from point A to point B, ones that are not comfortable at where they currently are. They know that there's something bigger for them out there and they want to go get it. This video is for you. And today's video, I'm going to talk about the things I did. These are personal things I did that helped me to secure the Global Korean Scholarship GKS. Number one is interest. You cannot really get anything in life if you're not interested in it. I know some people, some things come to them, just like that. But if you're hungry enough, there's an adage or there's a saying that if you're hungry enough for something, you get that. And that was my case. I was hungry for change. During the COVID-19, we were all at home. I had already planned, I was in 400 level during the COVID. I had already planned, okay, after my professional exams, I move in to my final year and graduate, do my internship or youth service and everything. But COVID came crashing and everything halted. During that point, I became uncomfortable. I wanted to, say, what can I do to progress? Because I have a goal. My goal is, I want to be in the... I have a goal. So, and because of my goal, I need to be, in the academics. I love the academics. I love studying. I have a lot of things I want to achieve. So with that, I was looking for things. I became interested in scholarships. What can help me, because of, of course, the financial constraints surrounding studying. I wanted something that will help me, will motivate me, something that will push me. And I started searching for scholarship, not just GKS scholarship. I was interested in scholarship as a whole. I just felt that, okay, yes, I'm qualified. I think I can do it. I can study. So I needed something to push me. I needed something to really pull me. And just like I was on social media, I bumped into someone that talked about being an awardee of this scholarship, GKS Scholarship. So because of that video, I started following her. I clicked follow, started following her, reading her content online, everything she's posting. So she was actually very busy. She was in I think in her language school then. And because of that, she wasn't responding to messages and everything. So what I did was I decided to just follow her. Come to Facebook, go to her page and look at whatever she's posting. And that's how she shared the link to the scholarship. And from there I started making researches on my own. That was in 2020. Started making researches on my own. And that brings me to the second point. You have to use social media as a tool. Not just GK, anything you want to achieve, social media is there for you. Social media actually helped me. Without social media, without being on Facebook as of that time, without being active on social media, Facebook especially, because that was where I was very active then. Without being on that social media, I wouldn't have been able to, get to know the informations I got to find out. So you have to use social media as a tool. Social media and in the era that everything is online for you. There are free resources everywhere. There are free channels. There are channels that you don't need to subscribe. Just go use the little data you have to look at videos, watch videos. Don't just resolve in watching content that satisfies you, like that makes you laugh and all that. Look for things that will develop you, right? So that was what I did. I used the tool called social media. That was where I got the information. That was where I, found out about the scholarships, not just GKS, many other scholarships online. I started looking at for qualifications. What do I need, right? What do I need to have before I can get this scholarship? What do I need to have? What is the portfolio? What is really necessary? What is really important for me to have? And I found out that information and I started building on that. That brings me to my third point. As the moment I found out that, of course, your CGPA needs to be at a certain point, right? I started, of course, I'm already studying harder, but I made sure that during my professional exams, during my final year exams, I made the CGPA that is needed. I made the CGPA that is needed for scholarship, because there's a scholarship that if you're second class lower, you can get them. I graduated with second class upper, so that was what happened. So you have to study hard enough. Finding out the informations helped me to align myself. Now I have a goal at hand, and my goal is by 2024, I'm going to apply for this scholarship. So, and I was graduating 2023. So I have to make sure that I don't have any carryover. I don't have any repeat course. I made up to the CGPA required for GKS, and that's what and other scholarships too, not just GKS. Like I told you, I wasn't applying for just GKS, and that was what I did. Okay, you have to be interested. You have to, have a goal at hand. You have to follow people. You have to follow people that are already doing what you want to do. Follow their steps. Look at what they did, whether they share free information or not. The little words they say online, the little tips, the little links they share, click them. Look at what they're sharing. Look at what they're pointing you at. So that's exactly what I did. And the fourth one is I was crazy about personal development. I was obsessed with personal development, right? I was obsessed. I started, volunteering for organizations. I started, taking some courses online concerning my major. I started reading articles, reading and developing myself. I became restless, right? I became very restless. I started developing. So within that space of time that I was still in school, I took some online courses. I joined some organizations. I volunteered. So those things was what helped me when I was preparing my personal statement and my study plan. I had to write those things I've done. That, okay, this is what I've done. This is what I did. This is my interest. Then I became interested. Okay, what is my research interest? What am I interested in? What am I really... I started thinking, okay, as a researcher, what do you really want to do? What do you really want to achieve? What population do you want to... These are things that you'll be asked. These are things that you write down in your personal statement, because you have to know who you are. You don't just wake up and say you want this. You have to know why you want it, because if you eventually get an interview for the scholarship, you will be asked, why did you do this? Why do you want the GKS scholarship? Why do you want your university? Why do you want this major? They ask you these questions. So that is where personal development came in. Because I developed myself, I started discovering what I want, what I actually wanted in life, what I want to contribute to the society, to my world, what the impact I want to make. I started making, writing them down. The vision is yet for the appointed time, wait for it, and it will come to pass. So I started writing down my visions, writing down what I want to do. That was it. So when you become interested in something, you look out for people that are already in that thing you want. You learn from them, follow them, volunteer in their organization, do whatever you can do, niche down, like know what you want, then use social media as a tool, to grow. You don't use social media just like that. So, and the last one, you have to put God at the center of it all, right? It's the first and the last. When I prepared myself while preparing myself, I put God first. And knowing that God says if you work hard for what you want, He will bless the work of your hand. So what I did was I worked hard and I involved God.